Is it possible to put plugs or whatever, and you can see what they're dreaming about?
So that sounds like a sci-fi question, but believe it or not, scientists have actually done something like that.
Did it work?
What?
Me. Hi guys, what's up? It's a Situation Pod. I'm one of your hosts, Tanisha, and I'm joined by Carla and JK. As you can tell, today's situation is sleep. Okay, we've been
Jennifer. Sorry, you used to be from Jennifer.
Cut.
Sorry, shouldn't be saying that.
Sleep psychologist Dr. Julian. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Today we're going to be talking about everything sleep.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Do Singaporeans get enough sleep?
In a word, no, we don't. We're unfortunately notorious for being among the shortest sleepers in the world.
Wow.
The National Sleep Foundation recommends that most adults need between 7 and 9 hours time in bed, and Singaporeans consistently average below that, especially on weekdays.
What is the average hours of Singaporeans sleeping?
Depends on what survey you look at, but it's usually a shade under 7 hours.
How long do you guys sleep?
You're going to judge me. You say first.
I'm not too bad.
Oh.
I'm usually asleep by 11 and I wake up at 8.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
9 hours.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Wake up at 8.
I wake up at 8.
Wait, how old's your kid?
He's 2.
Oh, no wonder lah. Okay. So I am unfortunately a father of 2. So I try to sleep around 10 or 11. But I end up, I think, midnight, 12:30, and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. because of my kids. So
They go to school.
Yeah, they go to primary school. And so I do the breakfast, I do the uniform ready, I switch on the lights, I pack their bags.
I have outsourced all of those responsibilities.
I cannot afford to do so. So I think I average about 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I get this, okay, oh my God, luckily you're here, right? So this is a thing. If I get less than 6 hours, like 5 hours or less than that, I have this pain here.
Of course.
Like, is it like, am I getting a tumor or what's going on? I have this like throbbing pain here, you know? I need to nap to get it away. What is that? Is that a thing?
It can be a thing. I mean, sleep definitely is a time when we, have physical recovery in our bodies, in our minds. And if you don't get enough sleep, you may not be getting enough of that. And that can come out in physical symptoms.
So a tumor is growing here or what? What's going on here?
I don't think it's a tumor.
And then another thing also recently, right? So I've been editing videos at night and I only sleep at 1 a.m. And when I get up at 6, then my left eye is like jalat, no? And then it goes away when I have a nap. So what is going on? Is it psychological? What's happening to my body? Like, what's going on?
I think first let's go into why don't we get enough?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like we don't care about him.
He's not being paid to answer my questions,
tumor, we
right?
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I think there are really many factors contributing to that. So Singaporeans, we want to have it all. So, there's work, we have school responsibilities, family, we want to socialize, and there's only 24 hours a day to do all of that in, and something has to give. And that thing, unfortunately, usually is sleep. All of the other things we have in life, it feels like we are getting ahead when we do those. And when we put aside time for sleep, it can feel like we're falling behind. And sleep usually is very quiet, it gives way. So, if you don't spend enough time with your husband or your wife, they're going to let you know. If you don't spend enough time sleeping, usually no one's going to nag you. So it's one of the reasons sleep falls to the back of the line.
It's one of the easiest things to be like flexible about, right?
Exactly, yeah. And I think we've kind of made it into our culture in a way. So I was in a cafe actually a few months ago, and this group of young people came in, and I just happened to overhear them talking about their sleep the previous night. And all of them were kind of bragging to each other about how little sleep they'd had and how much stuff they had to do the previous night and how, this triple espresso is going to get them through the day. And so I think we've kind of embedded it in our culture and normalized it that having short sleep is just okay.
No, I totally agree. Like the hustle culture, when I was in JC, it was sort of like a competition of who slept the least, but who could still come to school and perform.
But it's very unhealthy. It's super unhealthy.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to ask.
Not that good for you.
What are the negative side effects of not having enough sleep for a prolonged period of time?
So when we go for a long time without sleep, and we're talking about years, our bodies will have to pay the price in certain ways. You increase the risk of developing many chronic diseases, things like hypertension, heart disease, diabetes.
Just from sleep?
serious
Or lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep.
Whoa, wait, why?
It puts a toll on your body. So sleep is a time when our immune system gets repaired, when our inflammation gets brought down, and having insufficient sleep for a long period of time, it just puts our bodies under a lot of stress. And over the months, over the years, that stress accumulates and it can do more serious damage.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to brag, but I get a lot of sleep.
Like, okay, what?
Wow.
I'm an 8 hours or nothing.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I think it was inculcated because my mom used to confiscate my handphone at 9 p.m. on the dot when I was in secondary school and even a little bit of JC because she was like, you need to, like, she knew the importance of sleep.
I think that's one of the things, though, right? They say that you shouldn't be on any screens an hour before sleep because the screen actually, it's harder for your
The blue
brain.
light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to shut down or to slow down. So, like, the more screen time you have, especially right before bed, right? Your phone's right next to you, so you're like scrolling. Then you put it down. But then sometimes it's hard to fall asleep because the information that you have just consumed on your phone, it's still like, I don't know, processing.
And then
in
you're on
your mind.
TikTok, and next thing you know, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Ching, ching,
Revenge
ching.
scrolling.
Oh no!
There's a thing called revenge scrolling, right? Because it's like you don't have time to do it the whole
Doom,
day.
doom scroll.
scrolling.
Yeah,
Doom
doom scroll.
So you're just scrolling.
Oh,
Wait, I have a question, Doc.
scary.
So my wife, right? She's the kind. The moment her head touches the pillow, she can sleep.
Okay.
I cannot. No. I toss,
Okay.
turn. I like left side, right side. Like is that a magical power? Like how does she sleep so easily?
She's probably very relaxed.
Relax. Is it me? Is it my aura? Is it?
Could well be.
No, but no, she's not like, okay, there are days where she's not doing much, you know? Like, she go office, she come back, I'm the one who picks up the kids, I'm the one who sends the kids to school, I'm the one who prepare the dinner. But she can just sleep. She's, I'm always tired. That's her secret. I'm like, how?
But maybe that's because you are always planning for the next thing. Because you have a lot of responsibilities,
brain
right?
keeps going,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you're just like, okay, so after this, I need to rush because I have to pick them up at this time, prepare them dinner, and then tomorrow I have to make sure that I'm in bed at this time because by tomorrow, 6:30 a.m., I have to be up. Whereas your wife is like, woohoo! I can see how she would be more relaxed then.
But are there any techniques to, help us? Or any medicine?
Well, medicine's not something I usually recommend you go to, but in terms of techniques, definitely there are.
Okay.
I think it's really about managing your stress during the day. Like a lot of us kind of see ourselves as computers in a way. It's like we're on during the day and we kind of just want to power down at night and go to bed. And our bodies don't work like that. Our minds don't work like that. We need time to wind down. We need time during the day to process our stress, to process our anxiety, and make sure that we're constantly looking after that so that when it comes to the evening and the nighttime, our bodies are ready to slowly wind down and get into the relaxed state we need to be in.
So we have to relax during the day?
It certainly helps, yeah.
What? I never knew that. I thought during the day it's okay to like go, and then that's what sleep is for, right? You're supposed to relax.
Do you
during-
sleep easily? Or,
No.
like, takes a while?
Yeah, it takes me about.
There's usually a lot of things going on in my mind before I can.
I'm always running through what I went through today, what I need to start with tomorrow, and what the agenda for tomorrow.
That's exactly it. So it really helps to have this buffer zone in the evening towards the night to process all of that, to sometimes even have a physical journal that you write everything down in so that you have kind of a repository for the things that you were worrying about today or you have to worry about tomorrow.
So journaling before sleep helps.
Yes.
Oh.
Dear diary, today I hope to clock 8 hours of sleep. Okay, but one thing I've seen in a lot of my friends is that sleep is neglected as a pillar of health. So when it comes to like exercise or like nutrition, they've got all of that down. They're very healthy people, but they're clocking like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And it's like, that is an important facet of health, overall health, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to people who say that, I ask them, if you were looking for a chair and you came to me, I'm a furniture store, and I say, here's this beautiful chair, I'm going to saw off one of the legs before I sell it to you. Would you buy it from me?
Right. Okay.
If I like to practice my balance, maybe.
Maybe.
but
That's exactly what you're doing if you look after your exercise and your diet and your stress, but you're not taking care of and prioritizing your sleep.
So what are some simple things? I mean, besides the ones that you have mentioned just now, like if someone were to come to you and say, chronically, I just don't get enough sleep. What would you recommend that I do maybe?
I think the first thing we would have to do is make sure that you don't have something called insomnia disorder. Okay. So there's a difference between kind of not being very happy with your sleep and having a problem that's more chronic and that really requires clinical attention. So insomnia is a condition where you have trouble either falling asleep, takes you a really long time, or you wake up in the night and you find it hard to get back to sleep again. And that happens on a regular basis, so more nights than not, and sometimes every single night. And also the problem you find goes on for months or sometimes even years. And if that's the case, then you really do need professional help, and going to a psychologist is the recommended course.
A psychologist.
So you're a psychologist.
I am a psychologist.
So what do you do to these patients?
Well, what we do is we help them with a toolkit that's called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. And I know that's a mouthful.
Quite cheap, no?
CBT for short. CBT for short.
Okay.
But what we're trying to do is we're helping them to understand the root causes of why they're having problems sleeping. And those often have to do with things like sleep anxiety or sleep effort. So it's like rather than a natural process, sleep becomes almost like a KPI that we have to achieve. And then when
I
they
have to
don't
be in bed by 10 p.m.
when they don't meet that KPI, there's a lot of stress
Oh
around
my
like
gosh,
I didn't
yes.
achieve my
I
target.
can relate so well.
And that's what keeps the insomnia going usually.
Wait,
in the
that's
long
so
term.
true. I mean, okay, I don't think I have insomnia, but sometimes I'll go to sleep and I'll be like, if I don't go to sleep right now, I'm not going to be able to clock those 8 hours.
This always happens to me before something important the next day. Like, especially if you have to wake up for something important, then you're like, oh, I hope I don't oversleep. Then you double check your alarm and then you're like, oh, maybe I need 2 alarms or 3 alarms. And then, oh, wait, did I pack my bag already for tomorrow? Like, there's a lot of anxiety
Exactly.
for that.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's normal. That's like everybody goes through that.
Everybody goes through isolated nights of bad sleep. But the problem comes when people start to become anxious about the bad sleep itself.
Okay.
And then you have a cycle that feeds into itself, and that's what keeps the problem going, even if you don't have a flight to catch the next day.
Okay.
Are supplements bad? Like, so I saw on TikTok, right? Buy this
TikTok
magnesium.
made me buy it.
Yeah, magnesium will help you sleep better. And then there's something to say melatonin.
I was going to say melanin.
melanin. No,
Melon, that's the
different.
skin one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it bad to take supplements like melatonin
Melatonin.
and magnesium?
Magnesium. Supplements aren't necessarily bad. They can definitely help you with your sleep quality. I wouldn't recommend them as a treatment if you have insomnia. But melatonin and magnesium particularly are the supplements with the most research behind them. Melatonin certainly can help many people to wind down. And magnesium is useful for certain subgroups of people, especially older folks, those who don't get enough magnesium in their diets already. That can help you to improve your sleep quality a bit.
There's different types of magnesium. There's like glycinate, there's
Yeah.
malate, I don't know what, all the different types. I'm not even sure I'm taking the right one. I just saw on TikTok and I just bought it.
Okay, wait, I have
Yeah.
an unpopular opinion though.
Right.
So there's this guy, I don't know if you guys have heard about him. I think he's a Japanese guy who advocates that you don't actually need to have that much sleep.
What?
I've seen that guy.
Right. He's like
seen
he's
that
like
guy.
50 something or 60 something. He's super buff and like
Does he
he
have eye bags?
very bad eye bags, but he's ripped, right? And he's this like guru for I don't know, wellness and lifestyle or something like that. And he basically always talks about how I think he gets like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and he says like that is plenty for his body to regenerate.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that for like 20 years or something like that. And he says like actually humans don't need to have that much sleep.
Even if it works for him, I'm going to say that it's probably not going to work for the majority of humanity. So he may be one of those who's genetically blessed. There are some people who can get by with very little sleep and function okay, but that doesn't mean the rest of us fall in that category, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint
No,
you.
no, that's okay. I sometimes feel like sleep is a luxury. I'm a parent, right? I have a very young kid, and especially in the early stages when he was super, super small, my mom, I'll never forget, she always said, sleep when your kid sleeps. That's like the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself. So every time your kid falls asleep, try to sleep, because when you have constant interrupted sleep, like I swear my health during my postpartum when I was waking up like every hour to breastfeed, I felt like dying. I felt like death, yeah. And you just want to cry. You're just always on the verge of tears constantly.
My life today.
But I
That's
feel
my
like
life
that
now.
when I don't have enough sleep. I feel like anything can tip me over the edge and I would just cry. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird sensation.
It is. It's rough. And it
Sleep
definitely
deprivation,
can happen.
yeah.
Having kids is a really, really common trigger for that.
So for the sleep, right, what my personal body, what I've noticed is if I sleep 4 hours, I feel a bit more refreshed compared to say 5.5 hours. I don't know why. Some cycle thing, right?
Interesting.
REM, I don't know what they say. But
Do sleep in cycles.
yeah, but then I crash after 2 hours of being awake for 4 hours. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So like if I wake up after 4 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, I'm okay. I can do this now, but I'll, do the water bottle and
Yeah.
do all that. After I drop the kids off, when I reach
then you
home,
crash.
oh my God, suddenly I'm just boom, good night.
But that's like a power bank, right? If you don't charge it long enough,
Right.
then it runs out quicker. Whereas if you charge it long enough and it's full capacity, then you've got way more that you can.
Yeah, but if I sleep 6 hours, I'll feel like crap. But I can survive the whole day. Does it make sense? I don't know how that explains.
You're
It's the
just
cycle thing,
weird.
lah. It's the sleep cycle. You know the REM they say?
REM.
Yeah, the REM is the REM sleep, lah. Right?
Yeah, it could be. So, I mean, when you've had your first 4 hours of sleep, you probably had all the deep sleep that you need for the night that comes in the first half of the night. And so that's why you at least feel refreshed in the short term. Maybe you've had all that you need, but then it's not enough total sleep for you to last the whole day, using the power bank analogy.
Right.
And perhaps if you've gotten longer sleep than that, you're waking up out of another stage of sleep that's making you feel kind of groggy first thing in the morning.
But I can last
but
the
you can
night.
last the whole day.
Is there such a thing as too much sleep?
Oh yes, there is. There is.
Oh.
That's something that's called hypersomnia. So,
Oh.
as I said, 7 to 9 hours is the recommendation. There are some people who go longer than that, 10, 11, sometimes even 12 hours.
My wife before she became a mother.
A sloth.
That's why I called her a human sloth. I used to call her a human sloth.
It's like she's hibernating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can be a predictor of bad health as well. So
Oh.
that's sometimes a precursor of, in older people, developing dementia and other disorders like that.
Oh, whoa. Wait, why? Why?
The science isn't exactly clear yet, to be honest. But yeah, having too much sleep can be as bad as or worse than having too little.
Is there enough
What?
research on sleep actually?
There's quite a lot of research. On
Okay.
sleep, yes,
Okay.
there is.
Okay. And what would you say are the sort of the best environment to sleep? Like, I've heard things like, put the aircon at like 18 degrees.
White noise.
White noise, like completely black, like dark
Yep.
room. Are there things like that will help?
I do
people?
all of that for
There
my
are.
son.
I'd say, as you said, there are 4 ingredients.
Okay.
So your environment should be cool, it should be dark, it should be quiet, and it should be comfortable. Right? So cool, as you said, actually the high teens, low 20s is actually around the right range.
Okay.
Dark, the darker the better. We have a lot of light from urban pollution, often sleeping in a city like Singapore, and you want to minimize that. Blackout curtains are really good.
I always wear eye mask every night. I cannot sleep
Eye mask.
without
I can't
mask
sleep
are
with
great
light.
too.
I can't
I have
sleep
to wear
with
eye mask. You wear eye mask? Huh?
I don't wear eye
Oh,
masks,
whoa.
but I do have blackout curtains.
Oh, right,
Helps
okay.
a lot. And quiet. So some people do like white noise, but the research suggests that total silence is actually the best kind of sound environment for your quality of sleep. And finally, comfortable, of course, making sure that you have bedding that suits you. That's going to vary according to individual preferences,
Right.
but just a bed, a pillow that you're comfortable with.
Okay, I have to be surrounded by pillows. I need my little bolster. I need to put my leg around my bolster, and I need to be face down on my pillow.
Face
with
down?
My head kind of like bent.
Yeah.
a little
Actually,
bit.
I'll sleep on my stomach as well.
Yeah, I need to sleep on my
Is
stomach.
that's not a good thing? The stomach sleepers. I thought it's like not healthy or something.
Hey,
right?
don't
No,
judge the stomach
I'm
sleepers,
serious.
man.
It's not, ask the doctor.
Sleep is sleep, okay?
No, it's like apparently.
you sleep?
So I sleep on wait. I sleep on this side. Right? Apparently,
sensitive
no.
now.
Apparently, I can't remember which side. You sleep on certain side, you get gastric reflux. Right? They say.
They say.
Yeah. I mean, what I read. Ask the
tell
doctor. Ask the doctor. Right? If I sleep on certain side, it's wrong, right?
There are certain postures that are better than others. So especially if you have sleep apnea,
Right.
what you want to do is avoid a posture where your airway is more likely to collapse. So you don't want to sleep on your back. So for most people, side
My
sleeping is
husband,
preferable.
if you're watching this, stop sleeping on your back. He's a snorer. And then he will like choke himself while snoring and then
Oh.
wake
Yeah.
himself up because he's coughing. And I'm always like, are you dying? Are you dying? Yeah, sleep on your side. And he's like,
Oh my god.
it's quite traumatic. I'm always
But
like,
she's
are
like
you
laughing,
okay?
you know, about
Yeah.
it. Like,
Because now, at
husband
this
dying.
point, I'm just like, it's irritating. Just
Insurance.
keep quiet. If you're gonna die, just die quietly.
No, but I feel like if you just give me a pillow just like that, I can't go to sleep. Like I need to be surrounded by my bolsters, my teddy bear, and then I need to open the cupboard to make sure there's no monster inside.
It's important to feel secure.
Yeah.
Wait, but stomach sleeping okay? Like, is that okay?
It depends. It's probably not the best recommended sleeping posture.
Okay.
See? I told you. The stomach sleeping is not safe.
But it's so comfy.
But
I hate to break it to you.
awkward silence.
How do you look like again? So you're like
No,
a dead person or what's
okay,
going on
okay,
here?
I will try to. Okay, so
Yeah.
pillow. My head is on the pillow. My head is like facing that way.
Right.
My bolster is beside me. One leg is wrapped around the bolster.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of like.
I'm like side, but like this. So I'm like.
But that's not. But yours,
So
that's
I'm very
stomach.
twisted.
That's stomach. That's
I'm very twisted. I'm like, yeah, kind of. It's like a yoga pose,
Yeah.
honestly. But my shoulder is like this. It's under the pillow. But then this leg is like stretched out to the other side. Complete. So my whole body is twisted.
No wonder your
Like,
husband
I
is
sleep in a twisted
in.
That's why he lives
space,
overseas.
No
Correct.
space for him on the bed.
Correct.
I have a friend. We went on an overseas trip together, and she used to sleep like.
Ew,
What?
gross.
And I swear to God, like I would move her
Creepy.
What?
just be like that.
Dracula, your
Yeah,
friend.
I don't know. Okay, I want to talk about naps.
Okay.
So let's say if I get 6 hours of sleep, and then I do my stuff during the day, and then I have a little bit of time in the afternoon, and I take a 2-hour nap. Is that okay?
Does it make up? 8
Yeah. Does it
hours?
make up for the lack of sleep?
It can. Some people do prefer sleeping in that way. We call it biphasic sleep.
Okay.
And the research doesn't really say that it's bad for you necessarily. Some people just do prefer that. One thing that is bad is if you sleep too much during the day and it interferes with your sleep at night. Right? So we all have this thing that's kind of like a sleep appetite. And if we use up too much of that during the day, it can be difficult to get enough or good quality sleep at night. It's kind of like how, if you're going to whack a buffet in the evening, you don't want to go and have like a meal right before, right?
Right.
But is night sleep better than day sleep? Because what about people who work in shifts? Or like they work night shifts, or like doctors, right? Who kind of work on weird hours.
Good question. Yeah, I mean, it's really recommended to get most of your sleep at night. So we all have a circadian clock, a body clock that runs inside our brains, and that prefers us to get sleep at night. We get better sleep quality when most of our sleep is at night. So even if you're going to break your sleep schedule into two, it's best to get the majority, as Tanisha said, maybe like 6 hours in the night and then like a nap during the day.
But what if you're traveling and then different time zone? Then your body just doesn't know what is night, what is day.
Too bad.
That's why they say what I always watch these air crash investigations. Like really, it's interesting like the videos.
How did we
And they
go to
say-
air crash?
No, because they say that for the pilots, the most dangerous time is the 2 to 4 a.m.
Yes.
Because of the what do they call it, circadian rhythm or something.
Yes, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the time when you're at your least alert.
So the pilots have to be super alert during that time. But most not say accidents, but most incidents happen during that time because they're not alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't take the 2 a.m. flight.
Oh, I thought red-eye flights were like fun and cheap.
It's cheap, not sure about fun.
So are there any things that we can do, like you're talking about how people are still sort of like anxious before sleeping. Are there things that we can do to sort of get us in the mood and get us like prepared for sleep?
Definitely. I think a lot of people could learn how to relax more at night so that they associate the nighttime with relaxing and winding down rather than with tension and anxiety.
Okay.
And so with many of my clients who have that problem, I do teach them relaxation practices so they can get their body back in the habit of being relaxed and at ease in the evening.
Okay, come teach us. What are
Yeah.
some of these practices?
We can give one a try now.
Okay.
Okay, come.
Okay, it's good.
So this is something called progressive muscle relaxation. And it's really to make you more conscious of where you're holding tension in your body so that you can let go of it
Okay.
more
go.
easily.
I'm ready.
So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on our muscle groups one at a time.
Okay.
And we're just going to tense them up for a few seconds
Okay.
and then let them go. Don't tense so hard that you feel pain, okay? Just enough so you feel it.
Relax.
All right, so if you want to kind of shut down your eyes to begin with, that can be helpful to get us all in the mood. And we're going to start by focusing on the lower legs and just introducing some tension by just squeezing the muscles of the lower legs.
Which part of my lower leg? Yeah, sorry.
The calves.
Oh, the calves, okay.
And just squeezing those muscles. Holding it there. And now letting go of that tension. And you can really pay attention to the difference between when you were tensed up and now when you're relaxed. Notice that contrast. And bringing the attention now into the upper parts of the legs, the thighs, and squeezing those muscles, holding it there. Now letting go of that. Let your weight sink into the seat. Let gravity do its work. And bringing your attention upwards into the belly area and tensing the stomach now, squeezing those ab muscles. And now letting go of that, letting the belly fall naturally. Noticing what it's like to be relaxed in your stomach area. And now going to the back and the shoulders and just squeezing those muscles, drawing the shoulders back, tensing the muscles up and down your back. And now letting go, letting the shoulders drop away from your ears. And noticing and enjoying the relaxation in your shoulders and down your back. And now finally turning your attention to your face and tensing those muscles by pretending you're chewing on something really sour, scrunching up your eyes, your forehead. Now letting go of that tension, feeling the muscles smooth out. And feeling now all the muscles in our body from head to toe, free of tension, nice and at ease. And when you feel ready, just blinking, open your eyes again.
I thought I was supposed to sleep. What's going on?
Did I put you to sleep?
Wow.
You should try that before going to bed.
How was that?
That was so I could feel like my lip twitching. I could feel like the pulsing in like in my legs and my arms.
Sorry, we're not sleeping. I thought I thought our purpose was to put us there. It was pretty good, man.
Nap time.
Yeah, I used to have this when I used to go yoga last time. This teacher used to do that where she would ask you to focus from head all the way down to the toe. Then we'll fall asleep after the class. Yeah.
Shavasana.
So I said, can I pay you to come to my room to say that to me before I sleep every night?
Yeah, so believe it or not, some people get out of practice with how to relax, how to physically relax their bodies, and this can kind of put them back in touch again and learn how to let go of tension when they're holding it in at night.
Do pillows make a difference? Because I bought this again on TikTok. This pillow has a hole in the middle. So have you seen the pillow? It's like that, and there's a hole, and it goes up. It's for side sleeping, and it helps, you know.
Does it?
Like it's helped me sleep a bit better.
I think I have
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah,
As I said, it's really individual preference, what you like for your pillow.
it looks very weird if you look at it. There's a hole in the middle of the pillow.
Oh, I went to a hotel in JB, and at the side they have a pillow menu.
Oh, I've seen
Ooh.
So
those.
it's like lavender pillow, or do you want like foam, like some
Yeah, I
Memory
cannot do too
foam
soft, you know.
foam?
There's some
Down
hotels,
feathers.
There's some hotels the pillow you sleep, but
I hate it.
I cannot say I cannot.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, with regard to hotels, actually, if you ask people how they choose a hotel, one of the top reasons is they want to get a good night of sleep. And so hotels and
makes
the
sense.
tourism industry is increasingly investing in making sure
Sleep
that that's a
tourism.
really exactly.
Okay. Wow, that's so interesting. Okay. Okay, I have one last question for you. Sometimes I get 8 hours of sleep and it's full 8 hours, but I still wake up feeling really groggy. Is there something wrong with me?
Not that there's something wrong with you, but quality matters as much as quantity.
Okay.
So as I said earlier, one of the really big enemies of sleep, of good sleep, is stress. And if we don't take care of our stress, if we don't take care of our anxiety during the day, our brains are not going to let us sleep well at night, because it's going to tell us there's some danger, there's some threat that I haven't looked after, and I need to take care of that. I need to be on alert. And so we may be sleeping 8 hours, but it may not necessarily be good quality, deep sleep that helps us to feel refreshed and restored in the morning.
And all these pills I've tried, they're not good. Like they help you.
Have you tried a
because
lot
they're-
of
Yeah.
pills?
No,
They're unverified.
I've tried a few different kind of
TikTok
pills.
Shop.
No, not TikTok shop ones lah. But basically, what happens is that they help you they make you like super groggy when you sleep, but when you wake up, you feel like crap. Crap. Like okay, I cannot say the brand. I don't want to say any brands lah. But they really make you feel like I take half a day to recover from that sleep. So if you can, don't take sleeping pills.
Generally speaking, pills and medication aren't the way to go.
Yeah, no.
Good night of sleep.
Not the way.
I don't think you can sustain it as well, right? If you're
Like my mom takes a lot of that, and then she gets conked out, but she takes a half a day or a day to recover from sleeping, which is not what you want.
Yeah. Because the sleep itself should be the recovery.
Exactly.
Right?
The best sleep I have usually is when my kids are not around. No, it's true lah. When I put the kids at my mom's place for like one night,
yeah,
I have the best sleep because I wake up without an alarm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
So it's like, oh, natural. Like, wow, what a great day.
The best sleep is like, you know, when you put your head on the pillow, you're gone, and then it's like, it feels like it's been 1 second.
Yeah, you've blinked.
And then you wake up.
Yeah.
Versus like when you can actually, you're kind of conscious that you're sleeping. Have you ever
Yes,
had that?
yes.
Like you can feel that, oh my God, that was a really long time. And then I woke up.
Yeah.
Versus like, I'm awake.
Is it the one where you wake up and your face got like line?
Oh,
You know, that
yeah.
kind of
that's
sleep.
true.
Oh, that one.
Then you have a little like saliva mark on your yeah.
You're not qualified for this, I think. But I need to ask you about this, okay? So, I can see into the future. Okay, no, it's a
right, I'm
thing.
not
It's a thing.
qualified.
No, it's a thing. So, like once or twice a month, I have these dreams,
Premonitions.
like of things happening in the future. And then it happens in real life. It's like deja vu, like that kind of thing. And I swear to God, I dreamt about it like 2 months ago. What is it?
It's like
Am I gifted? Am I gifted? What's going on?
I think that goes
Yeah,
back to
but-
the tumor that you have.
I think so, you know.
You
What's
might
going on
need
here?
you might need to have a different guest to answer that question. I'm afraid.
The Ghostbuster guest.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Do your dreams kind of like, if you have dreams, does that mean you're having good sleep, or is it like quite the opposite?
Everybody dreams. It's
Okay.
just a matter of whether you remember it or not. So it usually depends on what stage of sleep you're waking up out of. Sometimes people sleep a little bit more lightly than others, and because of that, they're more likely to remember their dreams. But they're
Oh,
not
when
really
you sleep
good.
lightly, you remember your dream?
If you're a lighter sleeper and you wake up out of REM, then you might be more likely to remember your dreams. But they're not good and bad in and of themselves, unless they are, nightmares, and you wake up kind of terrified. Then that's not a good
Oh
thing.
my God, I hate that. Oh, I had this one dream where I was like married to Zayn Malik, and then
Oh, nice.
I woke up
Congrats.
and then I went back sleep and I was like in it again.
Amazing. I've had that before.
I was in the dream again.
I love that.
Yeah.
Isn't that like God giving you a
Yeah,
present?
really.
Thank you, Jesus. yeah. I always remember my dreams. I'm one of those people that I dream very often, and when I wake up, I always remember my dreams.
So it doesn't mean she's not having a good sleep. It's just she's a good memory.
It could be. Yeah.
Oh.
Some people seem to remember them. Some people don't.
I know some people who don't remember any of their dreams. Like they'll sleep every night and then they wake up and they're like, no clue.
Yep. If you brought them into a sleep clinic though, and you woke them up out of the stage of sleep where they were dreaming, they would remember it.
Right. Because you're like
So-
in the thick of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it possible to put like, I don't know, plugs or whatever, and you can see what they're dreaming about?
So that sounds like a sci-fi question, but
Right.
believe it or not, scientists have actually done something like that
What?
using MRI.
What?
And so they use kind of this technique which involves machine learning. So they teach the algorithm, they train it on a large number of images from the internet, and they try and match it to the activity in the person's brain, in their visual cortex, while they're sleeping. And they're able to actually recreate kind of a fuzzy picture of what they're dreaming when they are. So I know you asked that as kind of a Ghostbusters
Whoa.
question, but yeah, we are able to do some version of that.
Oh my God, you mentioned near future. Oh my God.
Hey, that's quite dangerous also though, because imagine like you have like naughty dreams.
I can see the future, you know what I mean? Then now you know what the future is. You can see the 40 number coming out from my head, from my dreams.
You know.
If you remember it, let me know, please.
Yes.
Yeah, me too, man.
Let's do that.
If anybody watching is having sleep problems, don't suffer in silence. There are solutions for it, very safe and effective solutions that will benefit you in the long run and make your life so much better. And so, yeah, that's the message I would like to leave.
You can call him.
You heard it from Dr. Julian
Yes, he's available.
himself. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to the Situation Report. This was Dr. Julian. Thank you so much for being on the show, and
Welcome.
we will
Pleasure.
see you on the next episode. Bye.
Good night. Good night.